really high.
Yep.
I keep my tables at chin level.
Yeah, I like to pretend I'm a kid who's just DJing for the first time, and then
Mr. Price,
my
first set?
My first set, yeah, that's right.
Hundreds of viewers requested a review of this Evo, Chris.
I'm going to say 101, and we got the message. It's official. HTC and Sprint are leading 4G revolution with the Evo. Download speeds of up to 10 times speed and a 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor. This phone screams through any task. Plus, its 4.3-inch touchscreen and Android Power interface make the user experience second to none. Dual cameras, Wi-Fi, HDMI output, and so many more features will run you $200 with a contract. Yeah.
That is a lot of bullet points. The Evo is actually one of the larger phones on the market right now. I'm going to hold it up for comparison.
Yeah.
About the same length and width as the Droid X. A little bit wider, though. You do feel it when you pick it up.
Yeah.
Almost half an inch taller and wider than the iPhone 4. Let's get them all there. One big family.
Hey, where are you guys going? Shut up, beat up.
No, why can't we all be friends? Also, it's thicker and heavier than both the iPhone and the Droid. The more I used the Droid, I didn't mind the size so much because the screen is giant. I just spit everywhere. Sorry. That's all right. The screen is huge. But what did you think? Is it a good trade-off?
I mean, listen, for me personally, I felt like it was large.
Yeah.
Our gadget producer Bruce loved the extra screen real estate. I really think it's a personal preference. I can't give that a good or bad value.
Sure you can. Slap a good or bad on it. Right.
Grad.
Hey.
No, I think it really just depends on what you like. There are a couple of things about it that I think are baffling, like, why would you put the camera lens?
Yeah.
The camera lens sticks out on the back, so when you set the phone down like this, well, you're setting it right on the lens. I don't know if you're not supposed to rest things on lenses, right?
No, typically no. Unless it's a DSLR, then you can spin the camera on it.
Brilliant. The kickstand on the back, it's totally flush with the device, and then it pops out. I mean, that is genius. I don't know why all smartphones are not doing that, but I think it's a really genius ad that they had there.
Convenience in a can.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we're all pretty familiar with Android's interface. HTC is constantly improving their Sense skin, which they slap on top of this. Do you like it? Does it feel bolted on? Does it feel too clunky?
I feel like it's pretty good. It's the touch screen is responsive we'd expect for an Android device. Very responsive. Still not quite up to par with the iPhone or even the Droid X.
Right. You got to compare them because they are in the same breed, and the screen, you're right, not as responsive.
Not as responsive. The keyboard is good too, especially because of the gigantic, massive screen. HTC just keeps adding more Sense widgets, and they end up being indispensable. So a few good examples, the People widget, which puts all your favorite contacts in one spot, or FriendStream, which gives you quick access to Twitter, Facebook, and Flickr.
Stay connected with the team.
Friendster. No, dude, you can upload up to 2 pictures now. In terms of speed, the Evo is just as fast as the iPhone 4 and the Droid X performing the usual tasks, so it's good.
It's on par.
It is on par.
They've added features, of course, like the front-facing camera for video chat, which is great. 8-megapixel camera, 720p video, of course. 4G network speeds. Hey, all 12 of you that can get it.
That's a great theory.
Well, let's get into that. How do they all work? Let's start with some of the other stuff.
Okay, for the most part, they work pretty well. The camera's great, even with the flash on. Video's good too. Not quite as good as some of the other devices out there. But
is that a shake weight? Did I miss something there?
Oh, no. I hope that was a microphone.
I think it was.
Video chat works well through the Kick application, even works on 3G. You can actually make a call from the Evo to a PC.
Crazy.
Revolutionary.
It's the future, but now.
We were actually lucky enough to find a few spots with this 4G network. It's like finding an albatross here in LA, and got amazing download speeds. But again, the coverage is still entirely limited. There's like 66 for 6. Okay, so right there, you see?
Wait, I saw a slight blank.
You see those blue spots on there?
Are those SIG alerts?
Well, those are where people have spontaneously combusted. Not a lot of places in the United States, just like the 4G network. That's it. That's 4G network. Those little blinking spots.
Those tiny little dots.
Don't forget the 4G.
If you zoom in, those dots get a lot smaller.
You can't see them, and it's $10 a month more. Now
wait, $10 a month more if I'm using the 4G network, or if I live?
No.
If I live in one of those cities?
Kevin, I'm going to sell you a flying car. It doesn't fly yet, but you're going to pay $100 more a month for the flying car.
Wait, okay, but I don't have a flying car now.
Doesn't matter, it's going to fly someday.
What if I don't have a landing pad in my
backpack? Whatever, $100 a month.
Okay, that doesn't make sense. So you're required to pay for this.
You're required to pay for this. The combination of this is what Sprint, because we asked.
Right.
One of the guys who works on our staff that called Sprint got 4 different answers from people.
Right.
Some people said, yeah, you got to pay no matter what. So their official answer is something along the lines of, because you're getting a richer data and multimedia experience, you have to to pay $10 more
I
a
saw the
month.
email that Sprint sent, and it actually said that it mentioned the camera as being a reason you're paying $10
So
a
you've
month.
already paid for the hardware, so now you got to pay an extra $120
Yeah.
for a year for that.
Not buying
My
that.
feeling is, the irritating thing is they advertise it as a 4G product. It's 4G. Whenever you see Evo, you see 4G.
Right.
But there's not a network in place for that everywhere. I mean, almost nowhere.
We saw the map dot.
You saw the tiny little map dot.
It's like 12 or 16.
So hopefully they're going to be rolling that out later this year and into next
Okay.
year. But until then, you still got to pay for it.
Now, a lot of people talk about that Evo versus iPhone video with the two little animals talking that blew up. It went viral. And one of the gripes against the Evo was the battery life. Is it as terrible as it's been?
Battery life's not that great. We got about 36 hours of standby time, and that was not using the phone at all. And then 10 to 12 hours of normal usage. Turning 4G off will help, because you're not going to need it. HDMI out, it has. Adobe Flash 10.1 is coming in a few months with the new Android update, so you will be able to run fine. But again, I still want you to understand, cheaper plan than other smartphone plans, that's one of the things they're saying, like, well, you got to pay $10 more a month, but it's still cheaper.
Right. Which is valid, but stop with the...
Don't advertise as a 4G network until that's really ready.
All right, so $200 with a contract.
Yeah.
What are you giving us, sir?
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5, but just know this. The device itself, I feel like, is a 4 out of 5, but because of the lack of 4G coverage and that being a major selling point of them pushing this product, I feel like we had to knock it down a little bit. If you live in one of those blue areas,
It might be a 4 out of 5.
for you and you have 3 other people that live there, but you get a 4 out of 5 if you live in a blue area.
All right,
So there
it is, folks. That is it for today's Gadget Prom. But if you have a gadget you'd like to see us rate, email us, gadgetpron@g4tv.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Good to be back. Hey!